Hey guys, it's coffee time. And we just finished the podcast. And of course, so this was supposed to be a mini-sode, which it wasn't, because we went from, 2 to 4:30? That doesn't really count. We shaved off a half an hour. I had said that 4:30 was the latest that I could leave because I had, plans that I had made because there was a miscommunication. I thought that we weren't doing the podcast, and I think we weren't going to, and then suddenly Jesse really wanted to do one, and we were like, oh, okay, let's do it. 3-man show, let's do it. And it was really fun, but I had made plans, so I was like, well, I can totally do it, but I have to be done between 4 and 4:30, 4:30 at the very latest. So we finished it all up by 4:30. I signed off of the call, got dressed, and then I got a call from the person that I was supposed to be meeting with, being like, oh, hey, do you mind if we, do this later? I was like, we could have done a full length. It could have been a full feature podcast. But to be fair, we already did one of those this week, and I think it's okay, considering that we've been doing 2 podcasts this week, I think that it's okay for the second one to be shorter, even if it's just barely shorter. But it was really fun because I think since TB knew that it was going to be short, and since we didn't plan out, a bunch of stuff that we had to shove into it, it wasn't as much of him, trying to herd cats and, trying to keep all of us on task at all. It was just the 3 of us kind of just chatting about whatever, and when we got really off track for a long time, we just kind of laughed about it, and then we're like, okay, where were we? It was more casual. And actually, what's funny is I've gotten so many, tweets and messages from people saying that this is their favorite one in a while, or their favorite one in general. I was like, that's funny. Sometimes people just like a more casual feel to it. But I do like doing the podcast the normal way because we actually do talk about what we're supposed to be talking about, you know? So that's always a nice aspect of it as well. But it was super fun. Somebody sent me a screen cap from Tumblr that is hilarious, because at one point we were talking about My Little Ponies, and I said, friendship is magic, John. And there's a screen cap of so many people reblogging just friendship is magic, John, with an emoticon after it. I was like, this is the best thing ever. I saved it. I saved that picture. Whoever you are that sent it to me, I saved it into my pictures folder because I think it's hilarious. I don't know. I love that, TB and John, TB and evil TB, no, TB and Jesse are, such foils of each other, but they also, get along really well and argue in that way where you know that it's not, affecting their friendship at all. So I just love, hanging back and just listening to them argue a lot, which is normally what happens before we go on air. That's why I posted that thing on Tumblr being like, I wish so badly sometimes that other people knew what we were talking about before we go live, because it's either all of us just bickering about stuff that does not matter at all, or we're having a discussion that out of context makes no sense. I just love it. I'm like, I wish so badly that most of these conversations weren't horribly inappropriate, because it would be great to be like, here's the podcast, and here's the pre-show, where who knows what happened. Somebody sent me a really long message the other day that was cracking me up. That was like, feel like you shouldn't encourage your fan base to do things in a fandom-y way, because you never know what they're going to be drawing or writing about you and about the people that you know, and it's just unhealthy. And I was like, whoa, homie, I've been on the internet for a lot of my life, and I can tell you right now, the number of fandoms that I have been involved in, I know how the internet works. I know what fandoms do, and I love every bit of it. I think it's amazing. And, it's not like I wrote a bunch of fanfic or anything. Not that I don't absolutely love fanfic. I love that it exists, and I think that it's great. And I know, okay, here's the thing about fanfic. I know a lot of people who started off writing fanfic, and that's how they developed their writing skills to be able to write something that was like an original piece and have it be awesome. Because they took so many of these like fandoms and these things that they felt really strongly about, and they wrote so much stuff about it. And with fan art too, you're just drawing like these characters that you know and you love, or these people that you know and you love, and then when you want to draw something that's original, you've had all this practice. I don't know why. I feel like TV and I would disagree on this. I don't know why everybody gets so upset about fandom stuff. I know that there are lots of writers, Anne Rice is really against fanfic. She is not a fan. She's like, nope, you can't write fanfic. I'll come after you with law. I'm like, whoa. I feel like it's, I don't know, to me, when people draw me, I am beyond flattered. It is the most amazing thing. When people draw me, I'm like, you took the time to draw me looking awesome? That is so cool. And like, I don't understand why people don't get flattered. why that's something that anyone would ever discourage, like fanfic or fan art or any of that. It's just like, this is amazing! Like, somebody cares so much and thinks that it would be so fun to write this. Like, it's great. It's great. The reason I thought of that is because I was thinking about Tumblr and that day when Jeannie and I were looking through the Total Cocks tab forever, for a really long time. Yeah, I don't know. So, sir and or madam who wrote me, I'm aware how fandoms work, and I approve of all of it. It's got my stamp of approval. I think that it's fantastic, and it allows people to be super creative, and I have been involved in enough fandoms in my day that I would be a hypocrite to discourage one that I'm even remotely involved in. So, that's that. I have all of this food, off topic, so off topic. I have all of this chow mein just kind of sitting in a bowl. So after we got done with the podcast, and I was like, yeah, I have things to do. And then turns out that I don't have anything to do. So I was like, well, I'm hungry. So I heat up some chow mein. And I ate like half of it. I was so hungry. I ate like half of it really fast. And then I was like, I'm good. I think I'm done. Which doesn't make any sense. Oh, and I redyed my hair. I totally forgot to tell you guys. That is going to peak. That moment right there is going to peak. Any of you with headphones on, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. So the color I put in my hair is called Vampire Red, which you would think would be like blood red, right? It's not. It's like a really dark magenta, and I toned it down. I mixed some of it in with conditioner to make it lighter because I didn't want my hair to be super dark. And as I was mixing it, I was like, this looks kind of pinky. I was like, oh, that's okay. I'm willing to try anything, whatever. So I put it on my hair. It's so pinky. Look at, oh, what am I doing? Look at it. Isn't it great? It bled a lot. This is where the white is supposed to be. And it bled into this so fast. When I wash my hair, I take the white bits and I either pull them down here and tie them, or I do this while I'm in the shower, and I'll hold them in my mouth, and then these ones I will use conditioner and just like condition to my forehead so it won't come off, and then I'll wash out the rest of my hair until the water's mostly clear, and then I'll mix in the rest of my hair. Didn't help. This time it did not help. Vampire Red wants your soul. It's like, homie, this is gonna be pink. Everything will be pink. Mark my words. And I was like, no, and it was. It got, oh, so in there. And just like with any of those other colors, the more that I wash it, the less that these will be pink. But I got out of the shower and I was like, when I looked in the mirror, I was like, that is some pink-toned red. I'm okay with it, though. I don't know, I can't think of one color that I've done in my life and been like, this was a mistake. This was a horrible mistake. I've done plenty of haircuts where I've gone home and gone, this was a mistake. This was a straight-up mistake. but no hair colors. I did bright orange when I was in high school, and that was kind of a high school me was not really doing that. But I liked orange this time around. I think this is the first time that, not this, but the last time I did my hair when it was like bright orange. That was, I think, the first time that I've done orange in years. And it didn't look like horrible. It didn't look too bad. So, hair colors. Hair colors are fun. I feel like I always wind up talking about hair dye. These are the things that I think about these things a lot. I stress dyed my hair because I wasn't going to dye it again for a while. And then ants got all over my room. Ants attacked. They attacked right after the podcast too, and I was like, no. Ants attacked my room. And I got so just like, ants, no, ants, no. And I got rid of all of them, and I plugged up the holes. Apparently there was one hole that I didn't, though, so just plugged that one up. I plugged up the holes, and then I was like, I'm gonna go dye my hair. It's apparently my new stress relief. That's what I do when I'm just like, I need to dye my hair. So I went and just, that's how that happened. That's why that happened. Oh, well. Anywho, I'm gonna go. But I love you all. I hope you're having a great weekend. I think I'm gonna play some Catan tonight. Yes. I'm so excited about Catan. I'm working on a new drawing challenge that I found that isn't like a 30-day drawing challenge. It's like a one-shot drawing challenge, but it's like super fun. I'm almost done with, it's 3 parts. I'm almost done with the first part. So whenever I'm done with all of that, I'll post that on Tumblr. And I think that's about it. That's about it. Anywho, I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Mwah!